It's race weekend. It's Hungarian time. Let's discuss this. Hell yeah! So it's race weekend. Finally, we get some F1. The previous weekends we had some other motorsports to enjoy, so there were no feeling needed on the other weekends or even weekdays. But today we start our race weekend. So I'm going to make my usual kind of predictions, but thankfully the F1 teams and all the F1 paddock, it's making my predictions harder and harder for the next past weeks, which is good. Which is good. Okay, so without I'll try to follow along the usual order. So let's start by because no one was expecting this guy or team to do so well in this race. I thought much about this. I really gave much thought about all of this. It's tough because you know why. This week we have this guy on the grid again. So it kind of makes it a little bit special. Why? Why do I say this? Because we have Nick. Now we have Danny Rick, and that it's going to throw a curveball to most predictions for many reasons. One being we never did see Danny drive this car before, so we really don't know what's going to occur with in that aspect of the situation. So going back to biggest, no one was expecting this guy or team to do so well in this race. Right now we have Danny Rick because yeah, it's a value added, so it's for sure. We have McLaren that actually did very well in the previous race on Silverstone. And we had also Austin Martin underperforming a little bit under what was expected. Red Bull, for the other hand, did his thing. So it just delivered, especially Max. And Red Bull is bringing some new upgrades this weekend. I don't know if I should call it an upgrade. They're bringing new stuff. So if you saw it on the side pods, the air vents are now smaller, and that will have more space for them to work with the downforce effect. So very interesting. I'm very curious to know what are the results after that type of upgrade. So going back to my prediction, is getting tougher and tougher to predict this. So because no one was expecting this car team to do so well this race. I'm going to give this to Danny Rick. So I think he's going to be in full force. He's going to be with it full and completely its energy pack completely full, which means he's going to bring some surprises here, and I expect him to be of the good kind. So I'm going to give my first prediction, which is biggest no one is expecting this guy team to do so well in this race, to Danny Rick. Okay, that's what I think. Is it unexpected? Well, I would say so, because he was not driving before. It's a new car. High expectations about him, I know, but I think he will deliver. At least I hope he will deliver. Next one is going to be biggest everyone was expecting this guy to do better. Okay, I'm going to Mercedes have been so quiet this week, and I'm going to give this to this team. I think they did quite well in the previous race, but I think they're going to underperform. So let's leave Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri. Hopefully we get a surprise with Danny. So all the teams that are underperforming as no surprise, but these guys will. I think Mercedes will not bring much more to the table in Hungarian. Hopefully, I'm wrong because I do enjoy the team and I do enjoy these two guys, but I really think they are going to underperform. Let me just go back to my previous one. The was not expecting. Let's give it kind of the honorable mention because most of the time people forget about these two guys. But so Danny Rick, I hope he will bring us something special this week. But I think these guys are my honorable mention. Oh, there's a problem there with one of them. It's there. He's hidden. What's going on? So let's wow. So this was a mistake of mine, and there we go. So it's fixed. So I think these two guys are going to bring something new to the table too. So hopefully you get some good results, especially from Alex. So these guys are my two honorable mentions from our first category. Next one is going to be most obvious top three. Okay, I think the most obvious top three, you know who P1 will be. So P1 is going to be the usual suspect. This guy here is going to deliver as expected. I truly think he's not going to do nothing wrong, and unless the car disappoints with all the upgrades, and but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that he will touch anything that could affect Max's performance. So I would say he's going to be P1. I mean, why just go against the trend here? Maybe they took some chances because the championship is almost in the bag, but I highly doubt that Max is going to open its hands on this new win. So the most obvious top three is going to be Max as P1, and now the rest, the P2 and the P3. It's tough because so many teams are bringing new stuff to the table. So, but the most obvious top three, in my opinion, are going to give it P1. Are going to give P1 to Max, and P2 and P3 can actually go to many others if they perform as expected. But the most obvious is going to be the most obvious. I'm not going to say that what is going to occur. We have been experiencing many surprises on previous races, but the most obvious based on performance of the car and the driver itself are going to give to these three guys. Okay, so Max, Checo, and Leclerc. So this is kind of the most obvious one in terms of overall thoughts and overall performance on these guys. Then next one, as you know, it's the this may happen top three. So this is where I give myself some rights to be a little bit more imaginative, to think a little bit more outside the box. So this may happen. So let's give. This is a little bit of a fantasy, not so because the other category was the obvious top three. So let's give P1 to Fernando Alonso, P2 to Lando, and P3. It's kind of a toss, but I'm going to give it to Leclerc again. So as the order, so let's get everybody out. So P1, okay, P2, and P3. So this is kind of the fantasy results. I'll give myself the rights to entitled to think a little bit outside of the box. And last but not least, the what the F moment of the race. This is kind of a team mishap, a bad decision from some driver. I think that in this case we will have the what the hell moment of this race is going to be that we're going to have Valtteri and Zhou on the top 10. Very, very unexpected based on previous results, but I think these guys are going to get high in the points, something like P7, P8, and this is something nobody will expect. Just as a side note, maybe this guy will surprise us. Hopefully he will. And also, let's not forget to mention my guy Piastri. He did not show up this video yet, so he could be part of the unexpected what the half moment of the race. And I didn't put him on any top three, but he's a good candidate to be there. He is with this car fully in full power and working as expected. Piastri, it's always a good candidate to be included on the good performance this weekend. Free practice one is in 1 hour. I'm dying of curiosity to know what's going to happen, and yeah, I can wait to see the AlphaTauri doing its thing, and especially then Rick. I mean, of course, everybody's waiting to see what he's going to deliver us. So that's all from me for now. But most important, in my opinion, it's your opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? You do not agree with me. Hopefully you don't, and you have something to say to me. So like and subscribe, it will help. And I see you in the next one. Bye.